7. I hope you had a good week. So, yeah, we're on to week 7. So, if you open up your forecast sheet, it goes over what we're going to do for the first lesson. We're just going to finish off fishing, really. So, we're going to look at problems and solutions in fishing, okay? And go through there, and it explains what activities you're going to do and the assignment at the end, okay? Now, I'm going to go through that assignment bit by bit. In this video here, okay? So for fishing, yep, so on a folder sheet or on Microsoft Word, write down the unit topic date and the objective there, okay? And yeah, as I said, we're going to focus on those problems and solutions related to fishing. You should have this worksheet from last week, and we're going to finish off everything that's on here, okay? So we've completed that unit. To start off with the problems with fishing, now we've got poaching, this kind of illegal fishing. Now that might be someone who's fishing out of season, and we'll talk about those seasons later. It could also be fishermen from other countries that are fishing in the Bahamian waters without license. There's use of bleach and explosives. So we've got these other ways of maybe like dynamite fishing, so they could fish quickly. But the problem is it has not the most sustainable method and can create environmental damage, linking towards pollution. When it says lack of manpower, this is talking to the number of fishermen. So if there's not enough people who are trained, not enough people willing to be fishermen, they're not going to be able to meet the needs of the country if they are hoping to develop the fishing industry. Okay, so these are the problems here. Now, I notice that there's 5 problems here. But in your question, which would be question 5 here, it only expects to explain 2 problems that face the Bahamian fishermen. So, using what I've just said there, that should help you, but you could also do it from the reading of the worksheet. 2 problems that face Bahamian fishermen, so but 4 marks. So, you'll give a problem, state the problem, then explain it. So, give one problem, describe why it is a problem, and repeat that again. Okay, so do that, you'll be able to get all 4 marks. Then we're going to look at some of the solutions to the problems, okay? So you were saying that there's a lack of manpower. Well, encourage young people to choose fishing as a career. Having fishing programs in school, multi-purpose vessels, so vessels that can fish in different types of water in different areas, etc. And these are all explained on the worksheet here, okay? Better infrastructure for the business, okay? And these examples I got from here, so maybe better processing plants, chill rooms, wholesale and retail outlets, okay? Just ways to try and develop the fishing industry. The government, okay, they are hoping to make it more sustainable. And I mentioned sustainable earlier, the idea that explosives in the sea is not the most sustainable, because sustainability is about this idea of meeting the needs of the present without impacting the needs of the future, okay? So a bit like when we talked about in farming, we did about like shifting cultivation. If you kept farming on the same bit of land for year and year on, year in, and for many years, don't know why I've forgotten what that saying is, for many years, you keep going without letting the land rest, you will not be able to grow anything on that particular piece of land the following year, and so that's not sustainable, because while it might meet the needs of what you want now, in the future you will have problems. They've increased. They've also government have made some rules and regulations which are all noted on this worksheet here. Okay, so some things that are banned, some things that they must have, and regulations they've got there. Now those rules are always changing, okay, so there's not, you have to look at what's most up to date with that, okay? So, using that to complete exercise 2A, okay? So we've got on that, and we've also got on your worksheet, so if I just get the Finder up, so if you go to grade 7, so I've just sent you this, okay, and the assignment, and if you look on the notes pages, so we've got notes 2 on page 2 here. We've got at the bottom, and it's on the bottom here, the seasons for seafood, okay? So you would then be able to complete question 2A and 2B, okay? Let's go through there, complete the graph. why is it important to have closed season for fishes, okay? So, got that through, got most of the task done. Now, this idea of mariculture, okay? This is this artificial raising of fish in tanks and ponds. So, as catching fish is quite expensive, what if they could just breed them, like if a farmer does on a farm? Surely that would save a lot of money and effort, okay? But there are many problems with this. For example, those that are shown on page 138 in your SS Book 1. Unknown biology. What is the best suitable environment for a particular marine product to breed? If there's a disease, as it's such a small area where they're all kept together in, it's going to spread and it's going to kill them all off and you would lose all your stock. Many find it difficult to grow in those sort of cultures. Maybe because they're not used to it, they're not kind of domesticated. And then there is still a high cost to running these sort of tanks and fish and ponds, and the price that they can sell it isn't that high, okay? So it's difficult for them to make a profit. So I've gone over to be able to complete question 2 and 5. So I've been over those. Question 5, question 2 here. Then the final bit is to complete exercise 4, page 139. And that's just talking about mariculture here, okay? And you go from there, and there are 6 marks that I'll be marking that out of, okay? Read that question carefully, complete that, and then upload it to the Plus portal for me, okay? I'm going to stop the video there, because that's going to be the first lesson, and then we'll do a separate lesson as we start our new topic.